Hello, this is Janine DeMaria from Pranalink.com, and it is October 21st, exactly 1 week from my last video about my garden. And I wanted to do this brief update so you could see the progress of the plants. As you can see that they're starting to really fill out, and as I mentioned in our last video, I have thinned out the plants so there's only 1 or 2 plants in each of the cubes, and that gives them room to grow. So this is really branching out beautifully. I also briefly mentioned last time about this garden sprout nursery, and this is a optional accessory that you can get on my garden site that helps you germinate the Y cubes that are a little more difficult to get started. And last week I actually had this little jalapeno in the nursery, and it has popped out so that it's large enough. It's kind of hard to see because it's kind of the same color as the moss. Hopefully you can, there you go, there you can see him. So he started popping out, so I moved him from the nursery to the main garden. But it's really well designed. It's designed so that you put just a small amount of water in the bottom, and the cubes fit perfectly in there. And with a lid on, it keeps the water circulating within the nursery to help stimulate the germination. On the app itself, there is information about the plants that you can look at. And when I was reviewing these pods, it became evident that these are the plants that take a little bit longer to germinate than, say, some of the lettuces that really kind of popped out right away. So I feel fairly confident that these are going to germinate at some point, but my garden does guarantee that they germinate, and if they don't germinate within 28 days of starting your garden, they will replace a pod from your starter kit. So anyway, I guess the other thing I wanted to mention, that I think you may have seen this last week, this is not a part of the garden. My husband and I added this because we live in Colorado, which is a pretty dry state, and we have humidifiers in our house just to up the humidity in our house to make it a little more comfortable. And we've moved a humidifier near my garden because in the app it explained that keeping the humidity at a certain level will also help stimulate your plant growth. And so we're keeping an eye on that as well. You may or may not need to do that, depending upon what state you live in and your natural humidity. But if you do live in a dry state like Colorado, it is recommended that you maybe put a humidifier nearby so that you keep the humidity at a nice level for the plants. So I am going on a holiday next Tuesday. So my next update will be 2 weeks from now on the plant growth. But before I go, I'm going to change the water in the tank, and I will do a short video about that so you can see how easy it is to keep your water in your tank at a nice clean level. So pretty exciting. These are non-GMO plants. You know exactly how they're grown, so you can feel free just to pick some up and nibble on it right away without having to wash it. I'm really looking forward to when the plants are big enough to do that. We again have an arrangement with Mygardyn that will get you an additional $100 off the posted price on their website if you use the coupon Pranalink. And we will again put the links to the Mygardyn site as well as the blog on the Pranalink site, so you can do further research on that if this interests you. So long for now, and look for my video next week on how to change the water in a tank, and then 2 weeks from now on the progress of the plants. Thank you.